With freezing temperatures outside, most people are going to stay inside to keep warm, but for those who work outdoors, they're taking steps to protect themselves from the cold. We're talking about that. Today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. One organization is doing their part to honor the late civil rights leader.
And weather-wise, yep, baby, it's cold outside. The feels like temp right now in our area, 5 degrees. Again, try to bundle up. I'll get to all the details. First alert weather forecast on the way.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us on this Monday. I'm Alyssa Warner.
And I'm Stacy Lee. So is it cold enough for you?
I have like multiple layers of coats and sweaters. They're sitting off to the side ready for when I have to go outside.
Layering up. Now today is actually going to be one of the nicer days other than the freezing cold, sunshine wise, but things are going to be changing pretty drastically, Alyssa. So let's take a look outside right now. Again, we've got mostly clear skies around the region. It is cold though, 5 degrees. Our winds are light, so that's good. Our feels like temp a little while ago was -8. So we'll be keeping a close eye on those temperatures for the next couple of days. Taking a peek at our wind chills around the area, -7 at Hanford. It feels like -10 in Yakima, -11 in Ellensburg. This is very dangerous cold. We've got another day to deal with that. Now it is going to be slightly warmer, but still in the teens today. Winter storm watch for the Cascades and the Blues. Plus we could be seeing some lowland snow. We're talking Columbia Basin, Yakima, Walla Walla, 1 to 2 inches Tuesday night into Wednesday. We also are tracking an ice storm that's going to impact the Columbia River Gorge. Here's our sub-zero temperatures, as you can see, with record-breaking lows in many areas. And that system is spread all the way down into the southern portion of the United States, down towards Houston. Here's our winter storm watch. That kicks in at 4 o'clock tomorrow through 10 a.m. Thursday. 8 to 21 inches possible in the Cascades, plus 40-mile-an-hour winds. Look for blizzard-type conditions there. Blue Mountains are looking at 8 to 18 inches, and we're looking at snow through the Columbia River Gorge, but it could be an ice storm there as well. All the details coming up in your First Alert full weather forecast. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacy. A person was shot and killed by police in a garage in Yakima County on Sunday. Here's what we know so far. Deputies with the Yakima County Sheriff's Office were called to a report of a burglary in the 1100 block of Ames Road. Deputies say once they arrived, one person got into a vehicle and fled. Law enforcement officials say the person later abandoned the vehicle and left the area. Officers from the Selah and Yakima police departments responded to help search for that suspect, as well as troopers from the Washington State Patrol. Now, officials say they found the person in a garage in the 200 block of Johnson Road. According to the Yakima County Sheriff's Office, when law enforcement confronted the person in the garage, one officer from the Selah Police Department shot and killed them. There were no further information released on that shooting, but investigators with the Yakima Valley Special Investigations Unit have taken over this investigation. Names of the person who was killed and the officer involved have not yet been released. The Selah Police Department will release the name of the officer, we're told, at a later time. It's been a busy weekend for Kennewick firefighters. Just this morning, crews were called out to a fire at the Klamath Court Trailer Park, just off Columbia Park Trail. The Kennewick Fire Chief says 2 adults and a child were able to get out of this mobile home before firefighters arrived. No word yet this morning on what might have started that fire. But as I said, it was a busy weekend. Early on Sunday morning, crews battled a house fire over on West 7th Avenue. The Kennewick Fire Department says that firefighters faced several challenges trying to put out that fire. They said the inside of the home was designed in such a way that they couldn't access the second floor from inside the house. They also said the home had what they called a heavy amount of materials inside that made moving around throughout the home difficult. At the time of the fire, the temperature outside 13 degrees. So firefighters had to take some extra precautions to not slip on the ice that formed from the water they were using to try to put out the flames. One more early house fire happened in Kennewick on Saturday just before 2 a.m., also on West 7th Avenue. We're told people inside the home found a fire in the kitchen. Crews got to the scene and started putting out the fire, but the temperature outside at that time was 3 degrees. Firefighters again had to work around the ice that was forming on the sidewalk and inside the home from the water from the hoses. Despite getting to that fire quickly, they did later discover that a dog had died due to smoke inhalation in the home. No people were hurt, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation. But fire officials said the smoke alarms were not working in the home at the time of the fire. Some schools and businesses, like the Mr. Car Wash, occasionally have to close up due to this extreme weather, but other professions still have to work right through it. Those who have to work outdoors, like construction workers, continued on despite the cold weather. With negative temperature wind chills, they did have to take extra precautions in order to keep frostbite from settling in. Workers we spoke with say they have ways to try and beat the cold.
Yeah, we have a heated job trailer. People go in their cars and warm up, so we don't push anyone past their limits. If they need to go warm up, they need to go warm up.
Just my handy dandy space heater. And I'll close, if it's like a big order, I'll close the window in between, just to give myself a little bit of a break from the cold.
Now, some work can't be done in the cold. Hudson says laying cement is delayed until the weather warms up. The Tri-Cities Animal Shelter is reminding pet owners, keep an eye on your furry friends during these extreme temperatures. The shelter says that pets, especially outdoor ones, should have a way to protect them from the elements. They should have a doghouse or a small shelter, and that should be lined with straw, not hay, for bedding. That provides some insulation to help keep your pets warm. You'll also want to make sure that their food and water doesn't freeze, and use non-toxic, pet-friendly ice melt on sidewalks and other areas that they usually walk, as we're going to see those conditions moving in. We also remember to wipe their paws, legs, and bellies after they've been outside. For this information and much more, including information about warming shelters, preparing the 4 Ps, using space heaters safely, and a winter survival kit, check out AppleValleyNewsNow.com. You can click on our winter weather survival guide. The local chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated is holding an MLK Day of Service event to help keep the unhoused population warm through the winter. This is the second Warm Their Souls event the sorority has organized, collecting socks for the Tri-Cities Union Gospel Mission. The group will be at the Columbia Center Mall in Kennewick, collecting new socks for men, women, and children from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. today.
Last year we set the goal at 500. Because it was our first time around. So we set the goal at 500 and we surpassed that goal. We collected 1,044 pairs last year. So we decided, why not? Why not increase the goal? So we increased the goal to 1,500. Not only did we increase the goal, but we increased our service area.
Now, there's also collection boxes in Spokane and Pullman. The sorority will be collecting socks at Columbia Basin College this evening for their Martin Luther King Day of Service. With high interest rates and high home prices, affordable housing can be a pipe dream for many Americans. The nonprofit First Story has partnered with Hayden Homes to bring affordable home ownership opportunities to Benton City. This is footage from October when a family in Grandview received the keys to a home provided by the First Story program. Mid-Columbia families are now encouraged to apply for the opportunity to receive a zero down, zero interest 30-year mortgage. The home will be a newly built 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house in the new Hayden Homes River North community in Benton City. The executive director for First Story tells us some families this is an opportunity that they may never get otherwise.
We have a lot of families that are working hard in our community and have the ability to make a monthly payment, but for whatever reason, saving 20% and then with interest rates being now over 6%, that's just putting the opportunity out of reach for so many families.
She says applicants do have to meet the following requirements in order to be eligible to apply. You have to have no negative credit accounts or items in collections. You have to live or work in the greater Tri-Cities area, and you have to be a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident alien. You have to be a first-time home buyer with a gross household income between $59,000 and $79,000 per year. The home will be ready in the fall, and the selected family will be invited to participate in a summertime wall raising and the dedication ceremony. The application is open now. You can find the link over on our website, AppleValleyNewsNow.com. The Tri-Cities Diversity and Inclusion Council's annual MLK Day of Service food distribution event was postponed this weekend because of the extreme cold. The new date for the event is coming up at Giesa Stadium in Pasco, Saturday, January 20th. In addition to giving out free food, the event will provide free vaccinations, coats, diapers, and even bicycles. We'll return in just a moment, but first, Stacey Lee joins us with another quick look at the weather.
Look outside, it's clear, but it's cold. We're at 5 degrees right now in the Columbia Basin Dust Devil Giesa Stadium. Skies can, again, be safe out there, warm up. I've got your full weather forecast coming up.
And it's a mental health problem that affects Washington residents more than most other states. A new study shows seasonal affective disorder is a rising problem. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
Magical moments, snowy adventures, warming up, making memories, a winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
Dishwasher on the fritz. Laundry giving you fits. A water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest.
There's still time to save with winter stock reduction pricing in Bi-Mart's latest savings book. All Bi-Mart vitamins and supplements are 50% off. Save with a hot buy on all season 1-gallon windshield cleaner, member priced at just $2.99. Plus save big with our winter stock reduction sale. Comforter sets, electric throws, and heated mattress pads are 40% off. Save through January 16th with our latest savings book at Bi-Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
I'm Richard Karn, and I love my hose. It ain't those old hoses. This is my hose. The new Pocket Hose Copper Bullet, now infused with real copper, so your water is always clean and lead-free. Just turn on the water and watch your hose grow and grow. And when you turn off the water, away it goes. Our new inner tube uses 3 layers of high-strength latex on the inside. Then it's wrapped in a new polymer filament jacket, 3 times stronger than the other hoses, and I love the oversized, easy-to-grip fittings. Get the super light 25-foot Pocket Hose Copper Bullet today for only $29.99. But wait, call now and get our Turbo Shot adjustable nozzle, absolutely free. This is an exclusive advanced release of our 2024 edition Pocket Hose. Order now.
Call 1-800-616-7249 or visit copperbullethose.com. So call 1-800-616-7249 now.
Tonight, NFL Super Wildcard Weekend wraps up as Philadelphia battles Tampa Bay live from Tampa. The Eagles and the Buccaneers. Then stay tuned for Apple Valley News Now Prime Time. Tonight, starting at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Welcome back. We've just ticked over to 5:13 this morning. You might hear people calling it Blue Monday today, and I'm sorry, it has nothing to do with the Seahawks. Supposedly, the third Monday in January is the most depressing day of the year. That could be a bigger problem here than in most places because a new study shows that more Washington residents are struggling with SAD, or seasonal affective disorder. Washington has the least number of clear days in autumn and winter. You've seen that recently with just 14 on average. That puts us third on the list of states that could see more of this seasonal affective disorder. Now, according to the American Psychiatric Association, SAD is a form of depression which is linked to a brain imbalance that they say is caused by those shorter days with less sunlight. The state of Alaska was first on the list. You can find some of the ways to fight SAD on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. Flu activity dropped early this month, according to the latest data from the CDC. Now, experts warn increases are likely to come. They say the dip is common around the holidays. Last week, respiratory illnesses in the United States were high in all but 15 states. And while influenza viruses spread year-round, most of the time, flu activity peaks between December and February. The CDC predicts that hospitalizations this year will be similar to last year. So far, less than half of the U.S. population has gotten their flu shot this season. Well, coming up, 100 million Americans are waking up to an Arctic blast this morning. We're talking snow, ice, and record-setting cold. We're also seeing some of that record-breaking cold here in our area. Stacey Lee returns with a look at your First Alert forecast next.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
If you're hurt at work, your life can go into a downward spiral.
You're injured. You can't work. Your bills are piling up.
But winning workers' comp benefits isn't easy.
You're the underdog.
We'll fight laboring industries to get you the workers' compensation benefits you deserve.
If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
After driving cattle in the 1880s, hitting the hay could be a literal experience. But some lucky cowpokes got to sack out in a brand new Sealy mattress. And after 140 years, Sealy is still delivering a great night's sleep. That's why Denver Mattress is proud to offer the Sealy Posturepedic Plus Hybrid. With cool-to-touch covers, body-hugging memory foams, and motion-reducing coils, you'll sleep cooler and more comfortably all night long. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Sealy.
Another year in the rear view. The rush to their games and family fun. Last-minute road trips and sun-soaked escapes. Game nights and tailgates. And all the journeys and memories that came between. Our entire team at McCurley will be here to help you for wherever this new year takes you. And to get you back home again.
Find your way home in a new Mercedes-Benz C300 for only $549 a month from Mercedes-Benz of Tri-Cities.
Hi, Craig Cupp here, former professional football player and longtime Valley Ford customer. Now's a great time to purchase or order a new Ford F-150, Explorer, or Escape, with interest rates as low as 0% on nearly every model. Plus, with every new or used vehicle sold, Valley Ford will donate $100 to Children's Village Keys for Kids program. So when you're shopping for a new Ford, make Valley Ford your first stop. You'll score a touchdown every time.
Next Live, Ruth Wilson, plus Fitness Week kicks off.
My schedule has been destroyed by having to work in the mornings.
You know, like most people.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And good Monday morning to you. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. 5 degrees, Dust Devil Geisa Stadium Skycam. It's another chilly, cold morning. Not breaking any records today, but we did break a record Saturday in Walla Walla. Minus 14 degrees was their morning low on Saturday. So we'll continue to see the temperatures rise ever so slowly over the next couple of days. Some places, though, as we track that cold, are getting extremely chilly all the way down this Arctic front down to Houston, Texas. That's just about almost as south as you can go. So again, widespread freezing Arctic air. Now we have another storm headed our way tomorrow, Tuesday. The storm track mainly impacting Oregon. However, we could see some snow in the Cascade Mountains again, both in Oregon and Washington. We're tracking some snow possible for the Blue Mountains and even in the lower elevations because of the cold temperatures. Let's take a look at Futurecast. Not a lot going on. Clear skies. Enjoy that sunshine today. Bundle up. Wear multiple layers. I've got my thickest wool socks on, and that's been making me pretty happy. Here's where things get dicey on Tuesday afternoon. This is when we see our winter weather watches kick in. We see snow coming down the Yakima Valley into Sunnyside. We have rain mix, so we have a potential ice storm going through the Columbia River Gorge later in the day on Tuesday. And as that progresses towards the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities, we'll start to see those snow showers. This again is going to be that mix precip here but widespread snow showers in the lower elevations. We're thinking 1 to 2 inches of accumulation. Tri-City, Sunnyside, Yakima, Ellensburg, and maybe a little heavier towards the foothills of the Blues. And there's take a look at the next system moving through the Cascades. We'll see overcast and foggy conditions here in the lower elevations. There's heavy snow once again in the Blues. This is Wednesday morning. More snow in the Cascades. In fact, snow in the forecast all week long. So we're looking at 8 to 21 inches plus 40-mile-an-hour winds in the Cascades. That's 4 p.m. Tuesday to 10 a.m. Thursday. For the Blue Mountains, 8 to 18 inches with gusting winds up to 35 miles an hour. So very active weather once again as we head into the week. Here's what it's looking like as far as snow accumulation. And again, this is guesstimating. They're saying 13 inches. We're actually predicting more like 1 to 2, but this graphic just updated 5 inches. And again, I'm seeing 1 to 2 in the lower elevations, but this is over 5 days. So we're expecting that snow on and off throughout the week. So be prepared for, well, shoveling your driveway. And warmer temperatures. Here's our temperature trend getting up close to the average by the end of the weekend. In the Yakima area, we'll stay below the average and we'll get right up to our average temps by Sunday. So that is looking better. Temperatures around the region today in the teens all through our area. We've got 12 degrees today, Walla Walla, 18 Tri-Cities, 17 in Yakima. For tonight, look for bitterly cold conditions once again. We're going to be down in the single digits, so another very cold night. Any little bit of wind will make that wind chill factor even chillier outside. So again, bundle up, stay warm, get ready for snow and very active weather all week long. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. And that cold weather is turning downright dangerous for millions of Americans as wind chills near the Great Lakes will be below zero this morning. It's not much warmer as far south as Texas. ABC's Rhiannon Alley is tracking that.
This morning, 100 million Americans are waking up to an Arctic blast, bringing snow, ice, and record-setting cold. In Texas, the power grid operator is asking residents to conserve electricity as below freezing temperatures push farther south. Wind chills overnight in Dallas were expected to dip to -7.
Wind chill alerts are stretching from Montana to the southern tip of Texas. Some cities in Iowa feeling like -30.
In Mississippi and Alabama, people are urged to wrap exposed pipes in their homes, with temperatures in the teens expected along the Gulf Coast this week. It comes as communities from Oregon to the Great Lakes dig out after a weekend of heavy snow, parts of Iowa getting up to 10 inches. Tens of thousands were without power in Wisconsin after the storm dropped more than a foot of snow in some areas. In Colorado, this avalanche along Highway 40 buried at least 10 cars. More than 1,100 flights are canceled already today after more than 1,400 were canceled yesterday. In Kansas City on Saturday, the 4th coldest NFL game ever on record taking place. The temperature at kickoff, -4 degrees with a wind chill of -20. Chiefs coach Andy Reid leading his team to victory, even as icicles formed on his mustache. And in western New York, lake effect snow leading to whiteout conditions, forcing officials to postpone the Bills playoff game. The team offering free food and $20 an hour to any fans willing to help clear snow at Highmark Stadium. This fan going shirtless as he took a ride down a makeshift snowshoe. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Oh, that is some dedicated fandom. Now, when we return on Good Morning Northwest, how much would you pay for this? This is a Louis Vuitton bag inspired by one of the biggest symbols of the working class, but it's turning heads for a very expensive price tag. That's next.
With friends, there are no secrets.
You kissed a guy!
You kissed my mom! Your middle name is Muriel! It is a family name.
The best way to end your day. Friends, tonight at 11:05 on Apple Valley News Now.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
The back end was in the back seat. There was nothing left of the rear.
Danny was in pain, and the insurance company was giving him the runaround.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company that I didn't have. I felt very comforted. I felt like I was going to be taken care of, that I didn't have to worry about it.
The insurance company couldn't run around me, and Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
There's still time to save with Bi-Mart's latest savings book and store-wide stock reduction sale. Save in-store or online in every department through January 16th at Bi-Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
Are you looking to give your space a winter makeover without breaking the piggy bank? Well, buckle up, because it's winter clearance time at Meredith Furniture. Get the coolest furniture at the hottest prices. From snazzy sofas to bedazzling beds, we've got it all. And guess what? Snowy savings are falling like confetti. So whether you're into sleek and modern or cozy and classic, dash over to Meredith Furniture for the winter clearance event. Unwrap the savings and let your space shine. Hurry before these deals melt away. Meredith Furniture, where your style meets winter warmth. See you there.
No insurance? No problem. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, our membership plan starts at just $79 and costs only $35 a month. That's 2 cleanings, x-rays, and much more for just $35 a month. Learn more at WRFDC.com or PDPNW.com. Find us at one of our 2 locations, West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco. Stunning smiles for the whole family.
To reduce your risk of cervical cancer, ask your doctor about the HPV vaccine and have regular Pap tests. There's more information on how to avoid cervical cancer at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Becky Morris at Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic. Visit prosserhealth.org.
To reduce your risk of cervical cancer, ask your doctor about the HPV vaccine and have regular Pap tests. There's more information on how to avoid cervical cancer at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Becky Morris at Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic. Visit prosserhealth.org.
A winter flight over a beautiful park. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
Welcome back. Pharrell Williams is bringing high fashion to one of the most ordinary items imaginable, the simple sandwich bag. So last year, Williams was named Men's Creative Director of Louis Vuitton, and this is what he has created. It is a high-end bag for the French luxury fashion house.
Now the large clutch bag is made of cowhide leather in the same color as the Louis Vuitton paper shopping bags and a price tag of more than $3,000. Now you may not want to carry your lunch in that. The piece went on sale January 4th exclusively at the brand's West Hollywood pop-up store. You know someone's going to buy that.
I mean, yeah, but I could also see somebody mimicking it. I mean, you take a paper bag and a piece of duct tape. You're good to go, right?
Save yourself a lot of money.
It's high fashion.
There you go. That's funny.
Now you're going to need to bundle up. Maybe a $3,000 coat.
Yeah,
is a good...
$3,000 coat would be good right about now. But just grab your coat. It's another cold day ahead. Temperatures staying in the teens. I'll tell you how long this forecast is going to be this way coming up.
All right, and still ahead on Good Morning Northwest. This is where the rubber starts to hit the road. The Iowa caucuses are happening today. Right now, it's looking like a battle for second place. Then over in Congress, can lawmakers come to an agreement to keep the government open through early March? That deadline is coming up, and we're talking about the funding bill that is about to hit the House floor.
Weekdays at 11 after The View.
You've got a date with Access Daily.
Food.
Food is good. All of it.
Self-improvement.
It's my all-time favorite thing.
And, of course, fun.
You don't know this is...
Plus, your favorite celebrities.
We got some new friends that join us. They're ready to party.
Access Daily.
Yep, it's the perfect date with a lot of great company. We've got you covered.
Then at noon, it's GMA 3. What you need to know. Access Daily, weekdays at 11 after The View on Apple Valley News Now. With friends, there are no secrets.
I used to wet my bed.
Ross used to wear leg warmers. Your middle name is Muriel.
Ross still sees his pediatrician.
Chandler entered a Vanilla Ice look-alike contest and won. Ross came in 4th and cried. Joey was in a porno movie.
Ross married Rachel in Vegas and got divorced. Again.
The best way to end your day. Friends, tonight at 11:05 on Apple Valley News Now.
Does your phone have the Apple Valley News Now app? With top local stories, first alert weather, and an easy way to enter our contests. Make Apple Valley News Now your go-to information app. Search and download on the App Store or Google Play.
Weeknights on MeTV. Watch Andy Griffith at 8, The Beverly Hillbillies at 9, and Green Acres at 9:30.
MeTV for Yakima and the Tri-Cities. Broadcast channels 35.2 and 42.2 and on Spectrum Channel 182. Stacy Lee, her father's family homesteaded near Dayton more than 100 years ago. She moved to the Tri-Cities to start a career in broadcasting in the 90s and has called it home ever since. Stacy Lee, Apple Valley News Now first alert weather. She's local.
Our local experience is the difference.
And on your side. Tonight, NFL Super Wildcard Weekend wraps up as Philadelphia battles Tampa Bay live from Tampa. The Eagles and the Buccaneers. Then stay tuned for Apple Valley News Now Prime Time. Tonight, starting at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
The first votes in the 2024 election will be cast in Iowa tonight. Former President Donald Trump is eyeing a victory that could send a resounding message to the rest of the Republican Party. And leaders in Congress reportedly have worked out a continuing resolution that would keep the government funded through early March. We're talking about that.
And continued Arctic air. Plus, we have a big weather system coming our way. I'll tell you how that's going to impact you over the next couple of days.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. It is 5:31 on your Monday, and I'm Alyssa Warner.
I'm Stacy Lee, and good Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Some people have the day off, some are working. But what I can tell you, Alyssa, is another cold one.
Yeah, good day to stay inside if you can.
Right, if you didn't have to go. I'm happy to not see poor kids sitting outside for the bus.
That's
right now.
true. You would have to just have little lumps of like coats if they were at the bus stop.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's take a peek outside and see what's happening. Again, we've got 5 degrees on our Legends Casino Skycam. It's chilly outside, and we're going to continue to see those single-digit temperatures till about midday, and then we'll kind of heat up. Here's what our wind chill is looking like around the region. -8 right now in Dayton, -3 for Connell, -11 in Ellensburg, and the feels like temp in Yakima is -10. So a little bit warmer, just slightly. Still going to be cold, though. We do have a couple of winter storm watches to talk about. We're expecting some lower elevation snow around our region, 1 to 2 inches to start with, and we could see more towards the end of the week. And I'm also tracking an ice storm through the Columbia River Gorge. So there's a lot going on around our area over the next couple of days, but enjoy the sunshine, chilly temperatures today, and get ready for some winter weather advisories and winter storm watches that will be changing to winter storm advisories coming up. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. It is a moment of truth for the Republican Party. Months of campaigning have led up to the Iowa caucuses that are happening tonight. The candidates are out in full force today as Iowa continues to be slammed by the frigid cold and lots of snow. Former President Trump making his final pitch to voters while tempering expectations of what some have predicted a landslide victory. Meanwhile, Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis are in a race for second. ABC's M. Wynn is on the ground in Des Moines.
Kicking off this election year after months of campaigning, the first in the nation Iowa caucuses. Sub-zero temperatures and blustery winds still slamming the Hawkeye state. GOP frontrunner Donald Trump rallying Sunday, downplaying the weather.
It's all indoors, so you're not going to have to worry about that.
The former president, who faces 91 criminal charges, imploring his supporters to deliver him a decisive victory.
The big event at 7 o'clock. And hopefully we're going to have some tremendous numbers.
Trump holding a dominant 28-point lead in a new Des Moines Register NBC News poll. Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis now in a heated race for second place. Haley with their Eva Pilgrim.
What I love about the poll is I was the only one going up and everybody else was going down.
Haley canceling an event Sunday with DeSantis nearby, still in person, pushing the idea that he, not Haley, is the only candidate who can beat Trump.
She cannot win conservative or core voters, Republican. She's trying to win, people in the other party.
In Des Moines, his supporters going door to door, trying to win over new voters as his poll numbers decline.
Got another one!
Former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson still in the race, but polling in the single digits, criticizing the other presidential hopefuls for not aiming their attacks at Trump.
Candidates that think they're going to win without taking on Donald Trump they're behind 28 points in the polls. So we'll see what strategy works.
The caucuses begin tonight with the power to reshape a presidential race. Here in the media room, media outlets from across the globe will be able to see results and report them out in real time. Emlyn, ABC News, Des Moines, Iowa.
In Congress, House Speaker Mike Johnson and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer unveiled a new short-term spending bill that will keep the government open through the beginning of March if it's approved. Now this as we're nearing a deadline that lawmakers set just before the holidays. So the two leaders made that bill public on Sunday. It would keep the government funded in a two-step process through March 1st and again through March 8th. This legislation would replace that other short-term funding bill, which is set to expire on Friday. Now, Schumer says he expects to bring up the new bill to the Senate as early as tomorrow. Now, House conservatives, though, they're upset with this proposal because they had hoped to stop relying on these continuing resolutions to keep the government open. Protesters gathered at the White House on Saturday to demand an end to the fighting in Gaza. The Secret Service says some of those demonstrators damaged some of the temporary fencing around the White House. That prompted higher security around the whole complex. The Secret Service began evacuating non-essential personnel, including the media, from White House grounds, but about 10 minutes later that order was canceled. Workers quickly fixed the temporary fencing and no one was arrested. Now, President Biden was not at the White House during that protest. He is spending the weekend at Camp David. The Supreme Court agreed to take a case on homelessness on Friday. This stems from litigation in Oregon. Two people who were homeless challenged a city ordinance in Grants Pass that allows police to issue tickets to people camping in public places. Now, the people making that claim argued that it violates the Constitution's limit on cruel and unusual punishment. A lower court had agreed, saying you can't stop people from sleeping in public places if you don't provide an alternative, and Grants Pass does not have a homeless shelter. Homeless encampments have become an issue in many major cities. Officials in Phoenix, San Francisco, and Los Angeles had urged the Supreme Court justices to hear this case. Now here's Stacey Lee with a look at your forecast.
So far, clear and cold this morning. Temperatures slightly warmer than yesterday, but still, we'll see highs in the teens. Details coming up in my First Alert full weather forecast.
And still ahead, Americans owe a total of $1.21 trillion in credit card debt. When we come back, we're talking about a few things that could help you manage and pay off those debts.
Fred's Appliance has GE Profile appliances on sale with smart leading-edge features that make life a little easier.
Smart features and sophisticated designs to simplify your life.
Profile dishwashers are quiet, powerful, and offer flexible loading options.
Fred's has more kitchen packages than you'll find anywhere. Save on GE appliances with up to $2,000 in rebates at your local Fred's Appliance.
Fred's has appliances in stock and on sale. Stop in and see us today.
When it comes to your loved ones, you want the best care possible. Being home surrounded by the things you love is vital for quality of life. That's where affordable at-home care comes in. We offer personalized home care plans to fit your specific needs. And for all new customers, your first hour is always free. Our experienced, loving, and caring staff is dedicated to serving you. Call us today for a free consultation. At Affordable in Home Care, we do more than just visit.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Apple Valley Eats.
All right, so my job here is the food and beverage executive chef. I've been here 10 years. Started off here as an entry-level cook. I was given the opportunity to step into the executive chef role, which is the position that I'm in. I've been in that position for about 6 years now, almost. What I do here, I handle not so much the day-to-day operations, but everything that goes into the menu planning, the SOPs for all of the cooks, recipes, ensuring all the recipes are all the same, the consistency, the vision of the food and beverage department as far as the aesthetics, what is it going to look like, what does the food preparation look like. We have everything from catering, fast food, employee meals, which is a cafeteria style setting, and then obviously our bread and butter, what we do, a buffet here at Legends. What we like to do here is try to keep our team members happy, try to be versatile with them, try to be flexible, whatever needs that they may have. We try to accommodate. We do have childcare here on property, so if somebody needs to drop their kids off at childcare, that option's always there. You could come into our department with no experience at all, but we're gonna show you how to hold a knife, we're gonna show you how to cut vegetables, we're gonna show you how to cut meat, we're gonna show you how to use all the equipment. Is the comfort of knowing that I'm gonna have my consistent 40 hours a week. And that goes from everywhere from a dishwasher all the way up to my position. It's another benefit of working here at Legends. I like to think of it more as a career rather than a job.
Make your life easier with a new Buick from Spec Buick GMC. The first ever Buick Envista has a sleek and sophisticated design with intuitive technology. And the new Buick Encore GX is designed for more comfort with brand new convenient features and plenty of simplicity. The Buick Envision is all about you, bringing you an SUV with more power and style. Come visit Spec, your local Buick dealer today, and see for yourself. Spec Buick GMC, a family automotive tradition since 1912.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Welcome back. Time right now is 5:41 on your Monday, and credit cards can be a great tool. They offer convenience. In some cases, they offer extra security, but millions of Americans have racked up debt on those credit accounts. Here's ABC's Melissa Adon with some help on how to manage and pay off your credit card debt.
A new report from NerdWallet found that Americans owe a total of $1.21 trillion in credit card debt.
This year, we found that credit card debt is up 16% compared to a year ago. And that's not the only form of borrowing that costs more. Mortgages, student loans, and auto loans are also up, which is putting a lot of people in a very tough situation when it comes to being able to repay those loans.
NerdWallet's Sarah Rathner says the first step to paying down debt is to make a list of all the amounts you owe and the interest rate for each debt, then make a debt payoff plan.
And that idea is to keep you motivated and organized while you make debt payments.
One popular method is debt avalanche, where you prioritize the debt with the highest interest rate first, then move to the debt with the next highest interest rate on your list. Or you could try a debt snowball, where you focus on the debt with the lowest balance and keep moving your way up to higher balances. Rathner says you can also try to lower the interest rates on your cards.
Start by calling the number on the back of your credit card and talk to somebody in customer service and see if you'd be eligible for a lower credit card interest rate.
You can also look into balance transfer credit cards.
You typically have to pay a small fee. It's 3 to 5% of the transferred balance. So that's something to budget for. But if what you can stand to save on interest is higher than that fee, it does become worth it.
And if you're struggling to make just minimum monthly payments, Rathner says there's help available.
Look for a nonprofit credit counseling service. They can help you with your budgeting, with debt negotiations, and with other actions you can take to help make your debt a little bit more manageable.
Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Well, as the safety of Boeing 737 MAX 9 planes remains in question this morning, United Airlines has decided to extend cancellations of flights using that aircraft through January 16th. United said in a statement on Friday that that type of aircraft won't fly until it is approved and proven to be 100% safe. The airline uses the MAX 9 for almost 200 flights a day. Now, also on Friday, the Federal Aviation Administration announced that it will audit the Boeing 737 MAX 9 production line and its suppliers, putting a focus on quality control. Those announcements come a week after a dramatic in-flight door plug blowout on an Alaska Airlines flight. Coming up, a few new movies premiered in theaters over the weekend, and that caused some surprising shakeups at the box office. We're going to count down the top 5, and Stacey Lee returns with a look at your First Alert forecast.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
The Epic Sell-Off is on now at Furniture Row. That means epic savings on living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses. Plus, no interest until January 2028. Epic styles, epic selection, all with epic savings. Only at Furniture Row.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
That went fast. Okay, now what do we say?
Cook 'em, flip 'em, enjoy 'em.
Cook, flip, enjoy what?
Ajinomoto authentic Japanese goizers.
Gyoza.
Cook 'em, flip 'em, enjoy 'em. New Ajinomoto authentic Japanese style gyoza.
crispy, juicy, on your table in minutes.
And what do we call them? That'll do.
New Ajinomoto Authentic Japanese Style Gyoza, exclusively at Costco.
Today, Grady turns 1. Already he plans to wrestle alligators, try his hand at the culinary arts, and explore the world. With Dream Ahead College Investment Plan, you can start saving for their future anywhere in the country. Don't borrow your children's future, build it at 529.wa.gov.
Valley Nissan is your new Nissan Rogue headquarters. Over 25 new Rogues to choose from, all on the lot and clearly marked with low sale prices. Drive home a new 2023 Rogue for as low as $27,990. And listen to this, interest rates as low as 0%. So why wait? Price, selection, and low APR financing. The time to buy is now. The place to buy is Valley Nissan. So come see us today. Valley Nissan is your new Rogue headquarters.
Floor scuffs, tears, and nasty scratches. Forget them for good with Ruby Sliders, the chair leg covers that stretch to fit most chairs and make floor marks a thing of the past. Slide it here, slide it there, slide it anywhere. Just slip them on and keep your floors looking like new. They fit any size or shape furniture leg and glide effortlessly. Forget flimsy felt pads and caps that don't fit. Just stretch it on and slide it. Call or click now to get Ruby Sliders for as low as 99 cents with free shipping.
Tonight, NFL Super Wildcard Weekend wraps up as Philadelphia battles Tampa Bay live from Tampa. The Eagles and the Buccaneers. Then stay tuned for Apple Valley News Now Prime Time. Tonight, starting at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
The Epic Sell-Off is on now at Furniture Row. That means epic savings on living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses, plus no interest until January 2028. Epic styles, epic selection, all with epic savings, only at Furniture Row.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Good Monday morning, Martin Luther King Day. 5 degrees, very cold this morning. Legends Casino Skycam in Richland. Winds are light, so that's good. So our feels like temp is 5. We've been seeing it dip below that. Let's track the cold over the next couple of days. This Arctic front has moved in and pretty much taken over most of the United States, all the way down south of Houston, Texas. Look at Chicago, Minneapolis under it. We've been seeing record-breaking lows in the Montana area as well as our region. We broke some cold records over the weekend in Walla Walla. Storm track, we have another one headed our way on Tuesday. Get ready for heavy rain, snow, freezing rain, and ice storms once again set up for the east or west side, I should say, Portland, Eugene, Medford, and it's not going to skip us as well. We have winter weather watches going on, storm watches happening. Let's take a look at our future cast though and kind of give you an idea. We've got clear skies. You'll have that sunshine today, pretty mild for today, and at the beginning of Tuesday looking pretty good too. Nice, but then we'll see those clouds move in, and here comes those bands. That first wave of that storm. We'll see snow showers from Yakima to Ellensburg all the way down into the valley. Mixed precip where we could see some ice, especially down this Columbia River Gorge corridor. As it moves to the north, you'll see snow showers develop all the way from the Kittitas, Yakima valleys into the Columbia Basin and foothills of the Blues. Mixed precipitation possible. Again, that I-84 corridor. This is on Tuesday evening, and then it moves off to the north. We'll continue to see snow showers in the Cascades and heavy snow once again in the Blue Mountains, along with some strong gusty winds as these systems move through. So our winter storm watch is in place beginning 4 p.m. tomorrow. We're looking at 8 to 21 inches of snow in the Cascades on top of 40-mile-an-hour winds, so difficult to impossible travel. 8 to 18 inches, that is, in the Blue Mountains with winds gusting at 35. So very important to keep an eye closely on that. Here's what snow accumulations are going to be looking like over the next 48 hours. Look at this. We could pick up an inch here in the Columbia Basin. A little bit lighter of a dusting here in the foothills of the Blues. Close to 3 inches for Yakima, and Ellensburg could see 4 inches of snow. So we are definitely finally going to get some lowland snow. We've got clear skies for us today. Teens through most of the area. Very chilly today in Pendleton, 10 degrees, 18 for Tri-Cities, 17 in Yakima. Bitterly cold once again tonight with single-digit temperatures through the region. Let's take a look at your 7-day planning forecast. We have several alert days due to the cold weather and incoming snow and rain mixed with snow precipitation. The temperatures, though, do start to warm. You'll see a big change on Wednesday, and then as we get towards the weekend, those temperatures climbing closer to where they should be. Still chilly here in Walla Walla and Hermiston over the next couple of days. Wednesday, the warm up. Thursday as well, but look at that. There's lots of active weather, including snow and mixed precip for several days in a row. So bundle up today. Temperatures only getting up into the teens. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. 2 new movies shook up the weekend box office, and David Daniel has an early estimate on the top 5 films in theaters for Friday through Sunday.
Everything okay back there?
Migration flew down to 5th place on $6.2 million in ticket sales. Anyone But You moved up to 4th, grossing $6.9 million for a domestic total of $56 million. Wonka fell from 1st to 3rd, earning another $8.4 million for a domestic total of $179 million. The Beekeeper, the new Jason Statham action flick, opened in 2nd place with $16.8 million.
We as women have to be able to support each other. Get in, loser.
20 years after the original hit theaters, the new Mean Girls, based on the Broadway musical, debuted #1, taking in $28 million. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Now, when it comes to future movies, Pixar is reportedly set to slash jobs this year. Variety reports that some staffers will be let go in the back half of 2024. Now, the exact number of workers affected is not yet known, but those expected layoffs are coming as Disney wraps production on several films and TV shows. The studio is also coming off a year of high-profile misses at the box office, which saw underwhelming returns for the latest Indiana Jones film, The Marvels, and the animated film Wish. Last summer, Disney laid off more than 7,000 employees, roughly 3% of its global workforce. When we come back, retirement is supposed to be the time to take well-deserved rest and focus on what makes you happy. But we're going to introduce you to an Alaskan man who is living his dream in a way that is sure to melt your heart. That's next.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company.
Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
At US Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone from US Cellular.
She's here.
Then give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at US Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
Pup on the run? No problem. With 5 drive modes, Road makes this a walk in the park.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months or get $2,000 NMAC cash on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
Before you head for the slopes, catch the Northwest Ski Forecast on Apple Valley News Now. The Northwest Ski Forecast on Apple Valley News Now. Sponsored by Schweitzer Mountain Resort in Sandpoint, Idaho.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $1,600 off on a new Daikin Fit system and thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
It's a quiet place along the Spokane River.
It's really peaceful. I like it, and there's not a ton of people out here.
And during the winter, it gets even more beautiful.
I like how the snow on rock, but it looks pretty.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6, Tuesday.
Sorry, everyone. I ran out of space.
In time? Why are we even doing this?
Tried, y'all. Tried. Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company.
Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
Philadelphia and Tampa Bay tonight at 4:30. Apple Valley News Now.
And let's take a peek outside at our daytime highs. Again, we'll have sunshine. There's not going to be a lot of cloud cover, but it is bitterly cold. These are the daytime high temperatures today. 17 for Yakima, 14 in Ellensburg, as well as Cle Elum. Moving down into the Columbia Basin. Not much warmer here. We'll see highs 17 for Connell, Moses Lake, Tri-Cities, a chilly 15 in Hermiston, 16 today, Prosser, and then taking a peek towards the foothills of the Blues. Very cold there. Milton Freewater only getting up to 11 today, 10 in Pendleton. So
yikes. So bundle up and stay inside, maybe.
That's right. It's a bundle up kind of, if you have the day off, you know, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this will help maybe warm up your heart a little bit.
Okay.
An Alaska man is spending his retirement doing something maybe a lot of us would love to do. He's dedicated his home to caring for nearly 20 dogs. Dave Allgood visited the Alaska Beagle Ranch.
Let's get right to it. There's a house in Wasilla, Alaska that has a deck that's full of dogs.
So I'm full-time beagle wrangler.
They look like pooch passengers barking goodbye on a canine cruise ship.
Beagles.
Dave Dorsey likes to laugh because he's a happy canine keeper.
But I love them all.
And these 18 beagles at his Alaska Beagle Ranch are barking. Wait a second, make that 17 beagles and...
Got one basset, his name is Bill, and I like to say that he identifies as a beagle.
Basset Beagle Bill, got it. Well, they bark because they're happy knowing this is their forever home.
Where's my doggies at?
They're a ragtag bunch of unwanteds, but here with Dave, there's one thing they will never do without again, and that's love.
You're at the headquarters of the Alaska Beagle Ranch. This is where all beagles come to be happy.
Whether it's letting them out a door.
Here we go.
Or letting them outdoors. It's a stampede of unrestrained joy.
They're good dogs. They're easy to love.
Whether it's chasing the ball or weaving their way through deep snow trails in the yard, it's Beagle Mania.
It's a beagle attack, you know.
This all started for Dave back in 2009.
I was divorced for about a year, and I decided it was time to get a dog again because I always had dogs.
And, well, here we are. He knows all their names.
We got Duke. We got Pearl. We got Xena. We got Bonnie. We got Duke 2.
And yes, beagles are notorious for their barking, but Dave has a solution.
I know when not to wear my hearing aids.
But Dave, you might miss something important like this. But get these beagles in their comfort zone in the house and look at these sweet faces, loved, content, and calm because of this man's huge heart.
Yeah.
This is truly home sweet home for these unconditional loving creatures, but does Dave have a favorite?
Shiloh's had a rough life, and he's had a hard time and whatever, and he just steals my heart. This time last year, he was kicked by a moose. I'm about the 5th home he's been at. This is his last one, of course.
And maybe Shiloh embodies what the Alaska Beagle Ranch is all about. So a bark, it can mean so many things, but a simple tail wag, well, maybe that's all we need to know. I'm Dave Allgood, and that's...
It's all about love. You know, you could have the worst day going on, and you come home and you got these guys here, they just make it better.
The Allgood News.
Now it makes sense. He just turns the hearing aid off.
Hopefully there's not too many neighbors in that part of Alaska.
Right. Now the Beagle Ranch isn't just a name, it's an official tax-exempt sanctuary. As for what Dave feeds his dogs, well, at least once a week he makes them all blueberry pancakes.
Can't beat the blueberry pancakes.
Some pampered pooches there.
Yes, and hopefully maybe some sweaters. It looked cold and dark in Alaska this time of year.
That's right, kind of like it's been looking